Suns with a Monday meeting. The Grizzlies in town, still smarting from the last 2 games against the Suns. Both Phoenix wins. And the third meeting between these two teams was decided by a last-second lob. Welcome to Suns Live. Tom Leander, Tom Chambers, and our new co-host, Chris Ludet.
Thank you so much, Tom.
A big-time Suns fan. Went to high school here. You were born in Cleveland, and I know you're a big Suns fan. And you and Tom Chambers have been hanging out all day. I feel like I just kind of walked into this relationship.
Yeah, we actually had a good time. We just had a blast at the Butcher in downtown Phoenix, and we had a blast time. And then we had a conversation. We just had interacted with each other. It's great. I'm really happy to be here with you, Tom, and the fans. I love them all. Come on, you guys. I love you all.
See, Chris, you are going to be here for the rest of the season. We've never had a crowd this big. So, TC, tell me about lunch today.
It was awesome. I mean, I got John Gruden going. We got
he does
Barkley. We got Turbo.
He does impersonations.
Oh man,
Okay.
I was laughing the whole time. It was good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. It was incredible. I had a blast time. I wasn't nervous at all. I mean, it was a lot of fun. I really liked the team, and then I really liked hanging out with Tom Chambers, and we just had a blast. We really enjoyed being. We had a good time. I really enjoyed.
He really enjoyed the shrimp too. The shrimp pasta.
The shrimp and the pasta.
Okay,
Pasta
good. The Arrogant Butcher will be happy to hear that.
Yep.
Well, there's cameras, people all over the place.
Man,
They're documenting this.
Hi!
So Tom Chambers and Chris Ludet, I believe you guys are going to be on NBA TV or TNT or something. I mean, there's going to be like a big documentary feature with the two of you guys hanging out.
Yeah,
so,
that's right.
You guys, this is just kind of the warm-up act right now.
Yeah,
is that kind of what it is?
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm just having a blast. I'm just really excited about being a part of this team, and yeah, I'm enjoying it.
So tell him the truth. How excited you were to meet him. All day long you were talking about Tom Leander.
I was back there, and then one of the security guards won't let me through, and I said nice to meet you. That's all I did. And now I got the opportunity to meet him up close.
There's nothing that eats the Chambers more.
It hurt my one feeling.
Yeah. What's your favorite Tom Chambers memory?
I think when he was a Phoenix Sun back in 1992 and 93, back in the day when the Suns were 62-20, and then after that they almost had a championship against Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and also Hugh Grant back in the day. And then all of a sudden, Suns just blow it up after Paxson with a 3 with a game-winning shot.
Yeah.
And then
You had to bring that one.
Who left Paxson? Who left Paxson wide open?
it's not you though.
No, they put me on the bench. We'd scored enough points. Yeah,
It's the guy, the general manager of the Celtics.
It was Danny Ainge. I just want everybody to remember why we lost that game.
It wasn't TC. Hey, so Chris, I wanted to know, we've got this thing called TC's Top 5 where we show the top 5 plays.
Well, since
from the
I'm
previous
filling in
game.
for Tom, so I'm going to do the top 5.
Nice, Chris's top 5.
Chris's top 5
against
Chris's
the Lakers. Suns won the game
against the Lakers. Let's begin with number 5. Tyson Chandler with an alley-oop by Devin Booker. Can we see that? Shazam!
I knew it. I was going to ask for it, Al McCoy.
Let's do that again. I like that, so much of it. Coming in at number 4, Branson Knight, who does the layup by Teletubby. Let's see that play right here. Here comes Teletubby giving it to Knight, and the foul. That's what I'm talking about. Only a few seconds left in the game. I love that. Just amazing. Now we're coming up at number 3. We have Devin Booker with the layup by Brandon Knight. I like to see that right here. Here it comes Knight to Booker. Nailed it. And he's got it in. I just like it so
Your
much.
Your timing is perfect, Chris.
That's just really the best thing ever.
Goodness.
Now number 2, Tyson Chandler again. And who is it? Give it to Ryan Price. Down the hole. Second time in a row for Tyson Chandler. And the number 1 ever, P.J. Tucker. After the block by Tyson Chandler. Here comes P.J. You got it. Here's another angle. There it is.
Oh.
Can we see the bench scene, P.J. with the jam?
Can you
see it?
Can you give me a Steve Albert with bad intentions?
Bad intentions.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Nice.
That's my top 5 of my picks.
Chris Ludet nailed it. Nailed it. That is good stuff, man.
I want to give a shout out to my mom, Melody. So, Mom, if you're watching it, I love you. Dad, Justin, I love you. Nick, Jesse, Stephanie, I love you to death.
I will say that I was referenced as his father earlier.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I tried to keep him. I tried to keep him on task, and he looked over there and he said, He's talking to me like my dad right now.
Oh, so you got a little something for him?
You know, I found this jersey in the attic, you know.
Thank you so much, Sean.
So, you know, I hate to cover up Steve Nash because he's kind of an important figure around here, but you okay with that?
I'm fine with it.
You're okay with that?
Now you gave me the honor.
It's a Tom Gugliotta jersey.
Oh, come on.
It's Tom
I'm sorry.
Chambers. Tom
And you,
Gugliotta, come on.
Thank you. Jeez. There you go.
So on behalf of Fox Sports Arizona, I want to thank Tom Chambers and Tom Landon for the support. I appreciate that.
Chris, good stuff. And we're going to chat with Joey Travolta, who is here, part of Inclusion Films. Just a wonderful operation. We're going to talk to him a little bit later in the show.
Thanks
Go
so
ahead,
much,
put on that TC jersey there, Chris. Great job. Coming up, we are going to go one-on-one, little true or false. Tom Chambers, Eddie Johnson going head-to-head here on Suns Live. Oh, yeah, watch out for those cords.
You're wired in here.
Yeah, watch out for those cords.
Yeah, we don't want you tripping.
Chris, that was awesome, buddy.
Yeah, jump in the middle.
Oh, you got to get your headset on. You got to have the headset on.
Yeah, put your. Oh, yeah.
Suns Live on Fox Sports Arizona is presented by Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort. Play in style.
Hey guys, tryouts for the Phoenix Mercury male practice squad presented by IASIS Healthcare taking place April 16th here at Talking Stick Resort Arena. To sign up and for more information, visit phoenixmercury.com. You can play against Diana Taurasi, Penny Taylor. They'll both be back this season. Of course, they have Brittany Griner, Candace Dupree, Dewana Bonner. Can you go out for that? If we open up your mic. Mike. I think Chris
seriously.
turned you off. Chris turned you off before he took off.
I mean, I'm sitting here. Get with it in the truck, man.
Oh, wow. You're
Jeez.
calling out the truck guys.
Yeah. I
Hey.
mean, what are you doing in the truck?
Well, he's kind of a prima donna, you know,
Yeah.
and he didn't want to turn his own button.
Well, I'm gonna fix your mic so that it's in
Hey,
the proper
Tom,
place. So you guys
seriously.
are all
Yeah.
messed up.
Why don't we go try out and we play against the Merc? We bust them
Let me
up.
see. Hold on.
They'll probably waive us because we'll be destroying them in practice.
Age
Well,
limit
what if I hurt
and
somebody?
insurance
you
liability.
probably would.
I probably would.
You'd hurt yourself.
If I tried to jump, I'd pull something.
Shoot a jump and hit yourself in the head.
The jumper's okay. There's not a lot of jump in the jumper, but the jumper's okay.
I guarantee you there would be plenty of cameras there if you guys were on the male practice
Man,
squad.
I'd
against
dunk
Dewana,
on Brittany Griner.
Diana Taurasi
I'd
would
dunk on her.
turn circles around you. You would just.
On a Nerf.
He
on a Nerf
he
hoop.
couldn't even dunk. Oh, he did have one dunk one game.
Oh, that was sweet,
One.
wasn't it?
One. Oh man.
I went up
I think
left-handed.
you're left-handed. Yeah, you did. And it was a post-up.
I don't.
It wasn't even a run.
I don't know. I don't know what got in.
I don't know what
into
got
me.
into you either. We went nuts. I mean, he seriously posted up a guy, faked, and went and pounded one on him off 2 feet left-handed. And we went. We'd never seen it
Is this
before.
on YouTube? Can we verify this? I've
It
never
happened.
seen. I've heard.
There's
it
your
happen.
verified.
I've heard him
happened.
talk about it. I've never
It
seen it,
happened.
and until
Yep.
I see it,
Yep.
I don't believe it. True or false with Tom Chambers and our own Eddie Johnson. This is going to be fun. We're going to start with Mr. Matt Barnes, who is back from his one-game suspension after trying to hunt down John Henson. So Henson blocks him, taunts him. Barnes not happy. Henson takes it down through the tunnel. And then later, Barnes is ejected, and he takes off after Henson. So Henson heads out. He's ejected. Barnes runs through the tunnel. He apparently ran to the Milwaukee locker room and started yelling and threatening Henson. The NBA found out about it. There goes.
He's going
Matt
to get
Barnes. Oh, my goodness. So,
you
Matt
think
Barnes is a good teammate, true or false?
You got to say this. You think I got Derek Fisher? Wait till I get a hold of you.
Oh,
Wait
no.
till I get a hold of you, John Hanson.
You didn't do that.
When I saw the video of that, I just died laughing because of Henson's face.
Yeah.
And Barnes really wasn't mad. I mean, it's the way Henson looked at him. And I just couldn't stop laughing. And Barnes kind of smiled initially, and then Henson kept
And Henson's not known as being a tough guy, but he Matt Barnes. He did exactly. Matt didn't like. Nobody does this to me. I don't know what I'm going to do. I got to save my reputation. I'm going to have to go in there and start a fight. Really? It cost him $40,000. Was it worth it?
That's the most comical confrontation I've ever seen.
I still don't know if we answered true or false.
No, look.
True or false, you would want Matt
True.
Barnes as a teammate.
He's a good teammate. True. What I've heard about him, he's a nice guy in the locker room, gets along with everyone. On the court, something snaps with a few of these guys. I mean, look at Cousins against the Knicks. I mean, the security guard brushed by him, and he pushed the security guard.
That was ridiculous.
I mean, some of these guys, when it comes to authority away from their team, they have an issue with it. It went all the way back to Rasheed Wallace, if you remember. Rasheed Wallace is known as one of the best teammates you could ever have, but authority in terms of officials and anybody else, he had a problem with them. And I think Matt Barnes is the same way. From what I hear, he's a very good teammate, and I would love to have Matt Barnes on my team. I tell you that.
But what if the next game was like for for the division? And guess what?
Well, you can't count on him. I didn't say count on him.
In the playoffs? Yeah.
I didn't say count on him.
I really enjoyed Matt Barnes when he was here in Phoenix. I enjoyed him, like you said, off the court when he was on the plane. He was a good dude. All right, here we go. Number 2, the Spurs shut down Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors over the weekend. Great defensive job. Really, it was team defense against Steph Curry, but Kawhi Leonard has shown his skills offensively, defensively. So here we go. True or false? Kawhi deserves MVP over Steph Curry. Eddie?
Double false.
Okay.
This man is having the most obscene season that I've ever seen, Steph Curry. I don't think anything can match what he's done. I mean, this guy has shot the ball unbelievably well. He's a tremendous passer, very good rebounder for his size, and he tries to defend, unlike that guy Harden down in Houston, okay? I mean, he tries to help his team win. No one is close. And the great thing about voting now is you're exposed as a voter. Oh, I just can't wait to see the guy that votes for someone else other than Steph Curry.
This will be the first year that it's unanimous. I mean, it might very well be they're talking about that. Steph. So yeah, no, he's
Kawhi number 2.
I love.
Who's number 2? Then who's number 2?
It's tough to say who's number 2. I mean, it's a number of people that's had very good years.
You said no real quick. So who else?
It's a lot of people that's had very good years. I mean, Kawhi is one of them. I think Chris Paul's played extremely well. Give him his due. Without Blake Griffin, the Clippers have played well.
Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook. LeBron is always in the category. Kevin Durant's having an unbelievable year. It's a lot of guys that can finish too, but who cares?
All right, final one.
I don't think Kawhi cares. Kawhi doesn't care about anything. You can't squeeze a word out of him.
He is so humble. All right, I think we have one last true or false. This one is kind of a slam dunk, though. True or false, Eddie? You regret the decision to wear that hat and that shawl.
Now that I see it on TV, that looks kind of good, especially with the background of the green in the background.
Right.
See, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I think I'm flowing up really good. Now, the blue shirt kind of threw it off. But no, I was digging that. Even though
pulled it around like you were cold, you were like warming yourself up a little bit.
Even though my wife said you look like a fool.
Hey, how about the old lady you took it off of, man? Well, you went up there and took it off.
She offered it.
She did?
Yes. She
gave it
offered
back?
Yeah. You should have seen what they were trying to put on me. So they were trying to give me the bow tie and the glass. Like, no, I can't do it.
Luckily, you didn't sweat through that thing like Sean Miller did his shirt the other day, or that lady would not have taken it back. I don't know how that came up, but Eddie, thank you so much. Thanks
you,
for
guys.
being such a good sport.
I don't
Wear
care.
that derby.
I don't care, ball face.
He's trying to grow it back.
Hey, look, I'm going ball face right now. I'm about there.
Joey Travolta is going to join us next. We'll also hear from Casey Jacobson and Kay Ray.
Now coming onto the court, the Memphis Grizzlies.
Mic up? Yeah, mic check. 1, 2. Casey Jacobson.
Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
There's only one thing better than basketball, and that's basketball with Streets of New York pizza. Order the Suns Slam Dunk Special, a 14-inch cheese pizza and 12 delicious baked wings for only $19.95. Order online or call your neighborhood Streets of New York for takeout, dine-in, or delivery. Streets of New York.
Back here on Suns Live as we welcome you inside Talking Stick Resort Arena. Alex Len, boy, he has done some damage the last 2 games against these Memphis Grizzlies. 20 points, 16 rebounds. And in the last contest, he had 6 assists as we welcome you indoors. Kevin Ray, Casey Jacobson. And since going to that big lineup, they have presented some big-time problems for not just the Grizzlies, but other teams as well, Case.
Yeah, well, I think Alex Len is one of the key parts of their offense. I know how he's good defensively, but basketball is meant to be played from the inside out. And when you have a guy who's mobile on defense and then on offense can hit a 15-footer and can also pass the way that Alex Len can pass, it makes everybody else's job easier.
Well, and one guy who has been kind of suffered on the receiving end of that is Zach Randolph. Now, he's coming off of his first career triple-double, though. And if you can imagine, 974 games it took him to get that first career triple-double.
Terry, this is the most random triple-double in NBA history. He had come off 7 games he had been absent because of a knee injury. Zach Randolph, he's 34 years old. He's in his 15th season. He is a post player that can barely jump 2 inches off the ground, but he's always been a wily veteran, a guy that relies on his basketball IQ, a guy that relies on his footwork, his smarts, and his ability to put those broad shoulders into you, create space, and make shots.
You're giving him a lot of credit for that 2-inch vertical, by the way. We understand that they drew up the play in the huddle to get him that last assist, which is pretty good. Speaks of, how well he is received and liked in that locker room.
Yeah, well, he's been, he's jovial personality, a guy that you can count on always to come with a smile, positive attitude. I heard that Mike Conley Jr. whispered in his ear, "You're 1 assist, big fella, away from a triple-double." So that's what led to that play being drawn up for him.
He may have drawn it to play for all we know. Well, another guy that's going to deal with Zach Randolph, and Randolph will have to deal with, and that is Tyson Chandler. And we talk about that big lineup, but Tyson has really emerged over the last probably month or so as that double-double force that the Suns thought that they were getting.
Yeah, I feel like injuries have led to an inconsistent season for Tyson, but Tyson's from LA, K-Ray, so he was playing in front of a lot of friends and family. Let's hope that he packed a couple of his friends and family and brought him back to Phoenix, because the game that he had 17 rebounds, that's the most rebounds he's had in almost 2 months. We know offensively he's not a guy that you run plays for, but he's always in and around the basket. If Phoenix Suns guards can penetrate the basket, all you got to do, K-Ray, throw it up to the Raptors, and Tyson's going to finish it.
Well, and he and Devin have really begun to get some great connection with that little lob and alley-oop that you talk about. All right, guys, the question is tonight, can the Suns get the hat trick against the Grizzlies? We send it back to Tom and Tom.
K-Ray and Casey, thank you so much. Our special guests continue now with Joey Travolta. You might recognize that last name. Thank you so much for being here. Actor, director, producer, part of Inclusion Films, an opportunity for autistic kids. We had Chris here earlier, a nice feature that's being done on him. How did you get involved in all this, Joey?
Well, first of all, I really know how to clear a crowd out.
Yeah, no, you brought the crowd. You and Chris brought the crowd.
I don't want to take that personal, but there's nobody. It's like crickets back there.
Welcome to our world sometimes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, how did you get involved with this Inclusion Films? And what?
Well, I started in Inclusion Films. I was a former special ed teacher, and I was directing 2-3 movies a year, and I was getting kids out of USC and UCLA that didn't know their way around the set. So I had this concept of doing a practical film workshop the way I learned how to make a film. I was an actor and learned from that and moved to producing and directing. And if I could do it, then anybody could do it. And as a former special ed teacher, I mentored a young man. We did a documentary called Normal People Scare Me. He was 15. He wanted to make a movie about what it was like to be autistic from an autistic kid's point of view, but he didn't know how to make a movie. So I mentored him, and that was kind of the start of this. And people wanted me to come and teach them how to teach people to do that.
It's awesome. I mean, hanging out with Chris today and getting to meet you, I mean, this kid is a brilliant kid. I mean, I was saying he knows more about my games than I know when I played in the daggum things. You know, I mean, I mean the stats and impersonations and every movie character. I mean, it's just amazing how much he has, how much knowledge he has in his brain.
Yeah, it's well, all these guys. I mean, we have a crew of 6 of our students from around. And,
so that's who all these guys are.
Yeah,
okay, gosh, man.
They've all been through the program.
I thought it was just your entourage.
Yeah. Some have been through camps, and they've learned the trade, and now they're out getting paid. Thank you, Phoenix Suns, for hiring us to do that.
Wow, this is great. You guys were in the locker room as well, in the training area. What does this mean to the young adults that you work with?
Well, we're giving them a voice. We're showing that when given an opportunity, they deliver. And, it's more than just filmmaking. It's life skills, social skills. Everything that goes into filmmaking goes into everyday life. So it's a fun way to learn how to, fit in.
Is there one thing you're most proud of since you started Inclusion Films? I mean, just looking at this project right here, but I know.
Yeah, if I can visualize it, I can make it happen. And a couple years ago, I had this dream to hey, if we could do stories, instead of having just an autism night, let's profile somebody in your community that's doing something great. Then it becomes more. And to take it a step further, to have our great students to come out and be able to shoot it, travel on the road, get per diem, know what it's like to be a part of something this big. And this is one of the greatest stages in all sports.
Good stuff.
That is incredible, though. I mean, these kids getting out, they're working, they're doing something they like to do, they're making something special, they're seeing the production out there and hanging out with a guy like you. Wow.
Yeah, wow. You can see.
Speaking of good production, your younger brother, John Travolta, part of People versus O.J. Simpson.
Yeah,
wow.
it's pretty
That
cool.
thing has taken off.
I know.
Have you been involved at all in that?
No, I went to the set and was down there for it, and it was scary because I knew Robert Kardashian. And, David Schwimmer's playing him, and he's doing a great job. Everybody's doing a great job. I mean, that's like a huge hit now.
It really is. Joey, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Producer, actor, director, humanitarian. You're doing great stuff. Yep.
Okay.
Thanks so much.
Crowd
All right.
clearer.
Crowd clearer. Oh, man.